Hi, I'm Laura Willett, and I am the technician for Steve Garczynski, and he has a project with the CRISPR edited codling moth eggs. And what I'm doing is injecting recently laid codling moth eggs. They are from 0 to 15 minutes from being laid, and I have them a microscope set up with a micro injector where I'm injecting a very small amount of material into the egg. It takes a while to get it all set up as far as having the right age of moths. We know when they start, after they start mating, and then when they lay eggs. So we have that down, and then we set them up the night before. They're ready to go in the morning, and we move those through quickly. It's a lot of setup in the morning, but once we get going, I pretty much sit here for about 3 hours just injecting eggs constantly. Each egg has to be individually focused, and then finding just the right angle on the egg to inject it. So it's kind of intensive. Well, a codling moth egg is very, very tiny. It's probably smaller than a dot on a page. So we have to get them in focus, and then the needle obviously is very small, and the needle is very long and skinny. It's kind of like trying to inject something with a rubber hose. It's glass, and we break it a little bit to get something that's sharp and at an angle and pointed that will actually go in the egg rather than just skim over it. Once you get that down, then you just start injecting and hopefully don't break it. You have to be very careful as far as sliding the petri dish with the slide on back and forth, because one slight little movement will just crush the needle. So it's a lot of practice. You don't do it right the first 10 times. You do it. What we want is an egg that we do have the injection material in, that then in about 6 days, that egg will hatch into a first star neonate. And then that neonate, then we put on a little bit of diet, and we rear that through the 5 instars of codling moth. And then when it becomes an adult, we will, depending on the project, we will mate it and then look to see what the progeny looks like at the genetic level. Or we might take one of those insects or instars, 1 through 5, and also grind it up and look at the DNA, have it sequence. And we know what the DNA sequence should be if it's been edited or not edited. So we can then send that off to a laboratory that gives us the genetic sequence. And so we'll know if we're successful or not.